Hey, Gutfoxx here. So this week of investments are here. We're going to talk about them, who we think is going to go up to, the next level, that are great investments for Friday, how you can make some stubs off that. And we're doing a little different this week than last week. This week we went through with Twitch chat, since servers have been kind of like a pain in the butt. And we spent a lot of time on Twitch, and they're like, hey, what about this guy? What about this guy? What about this guy? So we went through, did a bunch of them. I looked through them all, and then I kind of made some notes on guys that I think will go up, that won't go up, and we're kind of just go over that from the community website. We could take a look at them, of course, Fangraphs, and see basically who's going to get it. So, all right, I went through, and we're going to talk about each name individually. So I hope you guys, kind of get my thinking on them. I probably won't look at all their stats. I'll probably just talk about them. I think Corey Kluber, right? Been pitching pretty solid. We'll go ahead and look him up. Corey Kluber here, and I think his stats, because you guys got to know, and I'll show you what I look at when I look at these things. If you haven't heard me talk about this before, you look at K per 9, walks per 9, ignore home runs per 9, because we saw SDS this year, at least last roster update is when I went back and looked. They didn't update home runs per 9 on any card, so I just ignored this category. They don't update control or any of the pitches or anything like that very often. They will update guys if they throw a new pitch, like maybe Josh Hader will get a changeup now that he's using one, but this is an investment video. So Corey Kluber, right? Let's look through his stats. So you got to look at things that maybe are different than his career averages. I mean, his strikeouts per 9's down, his walks per 9 kind of up this year. So even though you look at kind of a sexy ERA, his expected ERA, FIP a little high, xFIP even higher. So it's kind of a little deceiving with the ERA being low versus his peripheral stats. Now, here's the thing. We know there are certain biases in the world, and in baseball, it's the East Coast bias. I know SDS is, San Diego, so they got the West Coast bias too. But Corey Kluber, and I had somebody down here too, Gleyber Torres. Sorry, it wasn't Torres that I said it, but there's another guy I was like, you know what? Maybe was it Stroman? Yeah. He plays in New York, so maybe. I don't know. They get a lot of press, so maybe if you're paying a lot of attention to baseball press, then that'd be a solid name to go up, because they're gold now, marketing, yay. So Austin Riley, okay. Austin Riley here is kind of low overall, and he falls into category something that maybe you want to look into a little bit longer term. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Sorry about that. Austin Riley hitting 320, 414. BABIP's at 421, so that's a little high, so these numbers could come down. The issue with him is that he's a 72. So a lot of these guys that you'll see me list, like Taylor, who I say nah next to, but Isaiah right here too, I think there should be near the thresholds of 80 and 85. So maybe if you want to grab a few Austin Rileys, it's maybe a longer term investment, because if you look at his card and how much he goes for right now, you can say, okay, well, maybe he won't go gold this week, but if he keeps up this tear, this 72 overall, there you are, for 352, could potentially, maybe it's a 3-week, 5-week investment, go up to gold. There are probably better investments that we're going to go through here, but that's more of a longer term investment. Chris Taylor, I basically said, nah, I don't love him. Simeon's doing decent, but from an 80 to an 85 is a large jump. You really have to be jumping off the page, have a huge tear, and I don't think Simeon's right there on it. Same thing with Edmund here, or Edmund. I don't actually know how to say it. But Vlad Guerrero, so he just had a couple home runs today. You guys will probably see this tomorrow morning. But Vlad Guerrero, if we go ahead and look at him, one of the first names there looking, stats are going crazy, right? Stats are going insane. They got him at the wrong position in the game, but his biggest downside is a lot like Kluber, is that they're kind of expensive already. People already expect it to happen, right? They expect Vlad Guerrero to go diamond, 3,303. He's an 81, so he's kind of far away, but man, he's tearing the cover off the board. And we'll see if they end up moving his position to first base. That might help boost him up, because we saw what happened when they moved an outfielder to first base with Stan Musial. His overall went up by a couple too. So Vlad Guerrero Jr. might not be a bad choice, but yeah, +4 where they've already increased them a few times. It'll be a jump, but I can see it. Now, I've got a few questions about cards that are already high overall, like Judge at 89, even though he's going on a tear. High risk, okay reward, because he could potentially go up in price. If he does go up a little bit, will he go up enough over that 90 threshold? Will he end up like being rare enough in packs? Like obviously at 90 is only 1 overall, so I kind of misspoke there, but will he go over that threshold and will it matter, right? Because we see a lot of like 86 or 85 to 89 packs in games, so like those guys have those better pull rates. So maybe his he goes up 20K. It's an investment a little bit. I think there are better guaranteed options. Like if I were to invest in a diamond right now, that I think that could potentially go up even more with an upgrade, Chapman, right? Best left-handed reliever in the game. Judge is nowhere near the best outfielder. So somebody that everybody kind of wants in their pen. Huge demand for him. Even though he's at 87, 39K, people do expect him kind of go up based off how he's priced. I still think a higher end Aroldis Chapman is pretty nice. Altuve's a meh. I think this right here, this is the Orange Punch Special, who kind of shouted out to me. This is a very solid catcher, right? 78 overall. His defense is pretty good as it is. Plus, he's hitting 290 with a 330 on base. You're like, oh, that's kind of like whatever averages. But then when you look at his card, it's like it's awful, right? So we'll take a look at his card outside of the defense. So we'll see if SDS really does take a look at him. Looks like people are investing in. We talked about a lot of these cards today on stream, so prices might have gone up a little bit. It doesn't look like a lot. 426. What did it say? It was 600 on that last page. 600. Yeah, his price did go up since stream today. So always check on my stream. Power is so low on him. This is crazy. 38 and 40. He's got 5 home runs, not great, but an isolated slugging of 145. I can see that going up to maybe plus 10 points. Really, this power number should probably be like 20 points higher. I could see his power numbers, contact, whatever it is, but like because he has such amazing fielding, kind of bails him out outside of the arm strength, and it really also speed being 68 for a catcher. So I feel like that easily puts him into the gold category for catchers. So that's a shout out to Orange Punch for that one. Javier Baez, I think he's pretty accurately rated with his power and not a whole lot of greatness with strikeouts or walks. Jake Cronenworth was a meh to me because he's an 80 overall. He needs to go up +5. Now he's doing well, but +5 this Friday. I don't know. Graveman, I think, is a solid choice too. Top end reliever, doing well this year. I think it's a solid choice to go +2 into gold. John Means, like I say, like right here, he's kind of high priced now, so your upside is limited. Do you want to have your stubs only go up a little bit, or maybe go up more with more risky stuff? But like, you know what? A profit is a profit. You don't go broke taking profits here. So he's 950. So if you buy him and he goes up, you get 50 stubs. Obviously, you just quick sell at that point. Do not sell on the market because you'll take an L, because these things will be like selling for 1,000. A lot of people just list them for that for some reason, 1,000 and whatever. So John Means is kind of like guaranteed there, but it's your choice to what to spend your stubs on. Can't, like I said, can't go broke making a profit. JD Martinez. Now, this happened a few years ago. Like these guys that are bat first that have low defense, they kind of like, he's already got kind of insane hitting stats, but he might need like one of them like mystery D boosts. I think it was 2018. I just wrote that down on stream. I don't remember the year, but like to go diamond, it was weird because they gave him like they're like, plus his fielding and arm. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He gets an 85 overall. Because it was weird. Like you see these guys who have insane bats, and like you don't really see them in ranked seasons, but then all of a sudden when they go diamond, people are like, oh wow, now I got to start using this card because it looks a lot better. Like people are really suckers for overall. Like you don't see a ton of JD Martinez out there, but if he goes diamond, then you will start to see him a lot more off the bench bat. It feels like for at least top end squads, even though you should be seeing him based off that bat because he's got a nice swing to go along with it. Yuli Gurriel, I think, was a solid choice too. He's an 84 overall, so only 1 away from the big diamond status. And if you look at his attributes here. If you do, his walk rate is up tremendously, like that, right? Strikeout rate down a little bit from his career average, averaging 319. Not like super lucky, on base good, slugging good. So overall, Yuli Gurriel is having a great year. So we can look at the card right here, and basically, it makes sense that he would go diamond with this kind of year. So 3,300, potential profit of 1,650. Now, maybe they're like, you know what? Maybe we'll let him sit for another couple weeks. No investments are guaranteed. So I just want to let you guys know that right there, nothing is guaranteed. His fielding ain't the greatest. He's already got decent contact, so it's really the power that we're looking to go up a little bit. And I could see the power being improved just slightly enough to get him to that 85 overall. Also, vision, discipline. So discipline at 65. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Like with a walk rate of 11.5, he should 100% get a big discipline boost, and that could take him to the 85. And that's kind of where I see a lot of the path going. Contact's already kind of nice. Powers, he could be increased, or even if they only a couple. I think this is the path to 85 for Yuli. Castellanos, you guys know he's tearing the league apart. He's got full meme power this year with the deep drive to left field by Castellanos. Like, I don't know when you'll see me, but anyways, I think meme power this year is 2021 showing the power of them, the collective, right? Doge, GME, all that stuff making people a lot of money. Castellanos, memes taking over our entire life. Yadier. Now, I think we won't look through his stats. I'll just say he's hitting a lot better, popping his bat this year. And I think he's going to go up, but man, a +4 overall for Molina, somebody at that age, it's tough. I mean, it could definitely happen. I can see him getting there, but I don't know if I really want to put a lot in him making diamond this time out. Now, we could take a look how much you're putting on the line if you want to wait for it, if you think you can keep this up, this little power surge for him. But Molina, I mean, it's going to be very cheap to get him. Basically, there's no sell nows. Just put in 1,000 sell nows, and you'll eventually get people selling it to you. But a +4 for him is kind of tough. Chris Bryant. Yeah, I mean, Chris Bryant's having a year, but it's all about dominating lefties. That's all he's doing. He's still doing what they have him rated doing. So maybe, but a +3 for what he's doing is not that great against righties still. Like to make him deserve that level. And I feel like SDS is pretty good on Bryant right there. Shane Bieber, starting pitcher at 88 overall. Go back to those high diamond talks. Like I'm talking, they still have a good year. Maybe they go up. Is it worth it to risk it? Your choice. Somebody asked about Nick right here. Too low overall. Hard pass. Verdugo. I think Verdugo's having a really nice year. So let's go ahead and look at Verdugo. I guess I skipped over that part of Molina. Verdugo. And talk about him, right? So you can see his benefits. He's hitting 297, ISO 170. That's the power stat right there, right? And then walks and Ks. So Verdugo right now, 83. Why is he an 83 overall? Let's take a look into his stats. What do they have? I love these numbers right here. It makes it so much easier for these numbers to be boosted just a little bit to bring him up to an 85, because he's already basically every stat in this category is above this stat category, this number. That makes it very easy for these just to be boosted a little, right? Power versus left, power versus righties, maybe some discipline. Like how's he doing? His strikeouts are way down. His vision could potentially go up. His walk rate's about the same, whatever. ISO 170. Yeah, maybe it doesn't get that much of a boost, right? Because it's kind of like matching his career. The 3 years, 2018 is getting erased. We'll see. I don't know. I kind of like him. Weird that his defense is down this year. But I kind of like him. But man, to go diamond, the power versus lefty needs to go up. Like that's what we really need here. Maybe Verdugo doesn't go diamond because diamond's like reserved for the best of the best. So maybe this is a bad bet. Right, 1 home run, 2 doubles, and 50 at bats. I'm starting to regret my decision on Verdugo because of his awesome defensive stats. Maybe not. Maybe not on Verdugo. Solid to go diamond. I'm gonna go maybe to we'll downgrade that to solid. I feels like over 50%. We'll say 50-50 go diamond. Either it happens or it doesn't. Zach Wheeler's having a good year. Maybe more a long-term status one because he's only an 80 overall. I think Horner here is a very good card too. Whoops, I didn't actually copy it, I guess. He's having a decent year here and a good chance of going up to 80 overall with his stats hitting 324. I mean, this one feels like a good card to go up. We'll take a look at where they have him rated right now. Horner, search, and see if he's got the bonus. He's going for 400. So this would be a great investment if he goes +3 up to 1,000. That's a great one. God dang. Yesterday he was 190. Wow, stream today really affected the market. That really just affected the market. Holy crap. But anyways, power is low. Contact's not great either. Decent fielding stats too, which help his overall quite a bit. But now you look at these things, you're like, wow, okay, actually he's hitting the ball pretty nicely. Walk rate is up. I know he's kind of a younger guy, but walk rate is up. Strikeout rate is down from last year. A little bit up from a couple years ago though. But overall, I don't mind him. Still doesn't have any power, right? Still doesn't have any power at all. Isolated slugging's 0.99, so don't expect the power to go anywhere. But you can argue some contact will be added to his card, which will bring him up to a 80 overall. So I think Horner is solid. Flaherty, I think he's expensive, like I said, but a solid choice to go diamond. Haniger, I don't know if his power boost will be enough to take him to gold, like I talk about right there. Let's look at his stats. Haniger, go back. Haniger, whoops, delete that. I hit the button. Sorry, it's dark in here. Kid's sleeping to my left, so gotta try to keep it a little bit down. All right, so Haniger here, 257. Basically, you're relying on 297 ISO, which is much higher than his career numbers, right? Walk rate's kind of down a little bit. Strikeout rate, bounced back from 2019 there. The show, of course, is taking forever to load, which is awesome. But that's, I guess, whatever. It is what it is. It's not going to load. It's not going to load. We'll move on with the video. Devers, I just think his defense sucks. Yeah, I don't think Devers, when the person asked about him, I don't think he goes up to a diamond. That's too far away, and it just doesn't have it on the D side. Ryu, you know what? 3 away for Ryu. He's not striking out any more guys this year than he has previously. Maybe the walks could change enough, but a 3 overall is kind of a lot. Melanson, I said shouldn't go gold, but probably will. Like, Melanson's the same thing where I talked about earlier. I think it was with Kluber, where like the ERA is kind of crazy, right? At 0.84, he's also got good xERA, FIP, whatever it is. That's all great. But like when you look at his strikeout rate, that shouldn't really do anything because that's like his career strikeout rate, right? Like maybe you say, oh, last year his strikeout rate's low because of this number, and if that's your argument, then I could totally see it. I could see them boosting the strikeout rate, but like they factor in 2018, 2019 a little bit with 9.09, so he's kind of like in the middle-ish, a little bit above the middle there. His walk rate is lower, so that is really cool. That is definitely really cool on the walk rate. So I definitely see just because, come on, Melanson. Because he's doing well, because his ERA is really flashy, that's why I see he is doing well, right? That's why I see the potential of him going gold because of those flashy stats. Even though maybe his K per 9 is deserved, his walks per 9 at 90 is deserved too. I think because the ERA, I think they boost him up to gold just because the results, even though the numbers behind it might not be there. So that's my opinion on Melanson. Corbin Burns, I think this is definitely going diamond. Woodruff, who I feel like is having a worst year. The only reason Corbin Burns didn't go diamond last time was because of COVID. He was on the COVID list. Muncy, another defensive guy, defense holding him back. I don't know if Muncy can break that 85 barrier. We'll see, of course. Badu, somebody asked about him. He was too low overall. Adolis Garcia, he's going to get a huge power boost, but I don't know if the power alone is going to take him over 80. So that's a gamble. Might not be a bad solution long term if you want to grab a couple of them. But I don't know if he'll make it to 80 or if he cools down a little bit, then he won't make it. But if he keeps it up, yeah, he has a huge power boost coming though. Joey Wendell, power versus righties, probably going up. Will it take him to 80? That's for you guys to judge, maybe. McCullers, not enough to go diamond. I don't feel like he has more Ks per 9 now, but maybe not. Albies, he's hitting like what 220, 230-ish. Albies not having a great year. I don't see them making a 220, 230 guy in 85 overall. A diamond, like I said, the best in the game. I think his discipline goes up on Moncada here. Contact, Carlos Rodon, I feel like he's a lock is what I said. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. Go back and Rodon. And go right here, hit enter. So, Rodon, striking out 13 per 9 with walks down from his career average. Crazy good year. Crazy good year. Okay? And this card selling for 805. I mean, it's basically guaranteed 200 stubs on Friday. That no shot. No shot this doesn't go gold. I like this is like one of the best strikeout rates in the league. Is that the number one, or is that's got to be up there? I didn't look at the leaderboards this week, but yeah, crazy. Like I said, if they adjusted home run per 9, which they don't, he would also get a boost there. So who's that? His BABIP's kind of low, but overall, crazy. That's like locked to go gold. Nothing's locked in life though, just FYI. Glaber's kind of on a tear recently. Somebody asked me about him, but his power numbers look a little down this year. He could even get a power loss. I think Lance Lynn's got a high probability of going diamond. Probably that's close to what, 60 to 75%. I don't know. So invest how you want. Maybe higher. We can look at his stats. You guys can judge while we're on the video. How long is this video going on for? I apologize. 20 minutes already? Oh shoot. Dang it, I don't want to make... I generally don't like these videos over 20 minutes. But yeah, Lance Lynn, strikeouts, walks really nice, and a beautiful ERA to back it up. So that's why I like Lynn. Let's just go through the last ones without looking up. Presley's too far away from diamond, in my opinion. Stroman, like I said, he plays in New York, so maybe he gets the East Coast bias. Abreu, I don't think he's got good enough stats at all. I think he's way worse than last year. He'll get a big discipline upgrade. But I don't think he can make it to 80 with just that. So there's my list this week. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys invest in make some. Oh yeah, Posey. I didn't say Posey because he was like my number one thing last week when I said. I may have said that on stream. Buster Posey. I'm gonna write him down. But yeah, he's going diamond too. But I think the investment's passed on him. He's probably 5,000. All right, peace out, dudes. Hope you guys liked it. Thumbs up if you did, please. Really helps out the channel. Thumbs down if you didn't like that. Let me know why in the comments. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow.